Okay, viewers all over the world, let us consider episode 5. Episode 5. And the question says, calculate the gradient. Gradient means the center and slope of the line joining points, open bracket and close, minus 1, comma 1, and what? Open bracket and close 2, comma minus 2. So as a matter of fact, this is probably the question is from coordinate geometry. The question is from coordinate geometry. That's where the question is being drawn from. And here we are asked to calculate the gradient of the line joining what this point, that is minus 1, comma 1, and point 2, comma 2, comma minus 2. So gradient means what? Means line, slope of a line, slope of a line. So we have two types of gradient, either positive what gradient or negative gradient. So let's just take some and see how do we recognize a gradient. First of all, we say analysis. Analysis. Okay. Analysis. Analysis and solution. Okay. Now I just want to quickly show us how gradient looks like using a tool. Okay, this is okay. Okay, so let's give that to the B. If you have a line in this form, this is and you have a line in this form. This is called, this is Y axis, and this is S. Okay, and this is also Y. This is S. This is positive S. This is negative S. This side, this is a negative Y, and this also here is negative Y. But to take it down, and also here down. Okay, so that does it. Now, this is an example of a what positive gradient, because you can see that the line rises. The line it rises. It's like as if it was horizontal before, then it decided to increase, to rise. Why this one fall to the left hand side? This is example of a negative gradient. So this is example of negative. This is example of a negative slope. Slope is the center as gradient. This is example of a positive slope. So the starting of a line and the termination of a line matters. And for any of the starting and the terminating, you must trace it to x-axis. So here you give it as from here, S1. Here will be your S1, comma Y1. Okay, S1, comma Y1. Then here will be your S2, comma Y2. Okay, so you trace from here down, you have your S1. Here you trace also. So let me, I will demonstrate it better here. So the same thing here. So let's see based on the question. Based on the question. Based on the question. Okay, so let's give it as our part 1 as usual. Part 1 as usual. Then okay. Okay. So here is positive y, and this is positive s. This is negative y. Okay, and this negative s. Okay, from the question, let's see. From the question, you can see 2 points. These are the points. So it's assumed that the x, this is what they call coordinates, and or other pair. This what you see is called coordinates or other pair. So the first value always represents x, while the second is for y, x, y. So this is the what negative part of what x, and this is the positive side of s. This is the positive side of y. This is the negative side of y. This is Cartesian plane. This is Cartesian plane. The x-axis and the y-axis divided the plane into four quadrants, or 4 parts. Okay. So let's trace what. Let's assume that here is our negative 1, and here is our positive. Let's assume here is our positive y. Then you trace from here to here. This is where they meet. So we decided to mark it. Then that's as per this. So here become their coordinate points as minus 1, 1. I mean here. Then also check, this is 2. Let's assume that this is your positive 2, because that is x, and this is negative 2 for y. Here is, let's assume that here is your negative y. Then trace it up to this place. Let's assume that this is the meeting point. Okay, that is the meeting point. Okay, so what do? You use your ruler to join the line. Join the line. Okay, you join the line. Okay, so if a waterman cut it here, you cut it here. Mark you, this is your 2, minus 2, minus 2. Okay, then you can see how the line looks. So from what I have just explained to you, you discover that the line fall backward. The line fall backward. The line fall backward. And this can also, you can use it to form your right angle. Your right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Can label you your right angle triangle. Okay, so here become your right angle triangle. Now if you want to find the difference, to change the difference, so here is your what? This place is your, we represent it as S1, Y1. And here is your what? S2, Y2. S2, Y2. So your S2 is a 2, your Y2 is a minus 2. Okay, so for you to calculate the difference, so here will be your x, because this is this horizontal line is parallel to x-axis. So for you to know the difference between here and this place, so it will be S2, it will be S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1. This is your S2 minus S1. And this side also will be your Y2 minus Y1. Your Y2 minus Y1. Okay, this is how this is the right angle that shows the gradient of a line. So we start with part 2 to calculate, yes, the gradient itself. So that is just it.